What's this? I'm early? That never happens. That never happens. Alright, well. Here we are. It's time. We have the Beast of War. Stop Balthazar's campaign to destroy Kalkatoric. It's time. We're gonna confront Balthazar again. We have the army of Awakened that we've borrowed from Joko. And I mean, here we are. It's go time. Let's finish it up. Let's kick his ass. It's a good time. Not much else to say, really. I love this instance. I'm looking forward to it. Just need to get into it as soon as it finishes loading. Beast of War. Hello, everybody.
So, that's Joko's finest. Wretched-looking group.
Still, they're about to stand shoulder to shoulder with us on the battlefield. So a little respect.
Oh, Commander. The Awakened troops are here, but no sign of Balthazar yet.
And there's Kalkatoric, which means we're not too late. I should check in with our Awakened allies before Balthazar arrives. Kaz?
Coming up. Let's hope this is the last time.
Commander. Wait.
Oh, we'll talk to everyone else first.
Leading a borrowed army of corpses into battle against the god of war?
Wish I'd known this was your plan when I bet on you at the casino.
But I have enjoyed working with you, Commander. I guess settling our personal debt has had its own value.
You don't owe me anything. As I recall, you volunteered to join me out here, so I'd say I now owe you.
That's what I meant. Holding a marker from someone like you is worth far more than gold.
Oh, Canuck.
You know, Kaz, if you'd rather sit this one out, we'd all understand.
Balthazar killed you, my commander. He killed Vlast and kidnapped Aurene. He would destroy my homeland in pursuit of revenge. Some gods just need to have their immortality revoked.
Let's do it then. Ritlock?
I got us into this mess over Sahothan, but you can get us out of it. Thinking back, I now know what Cormyr meant. Undo this wrong. The means are in your grasp. You should have it.
No. Sahothan is yours.
The only thing that matters is stopping Balthazar. When he sees you're not dead, he'll turn his full fury on you and no one else. He won't expect you to have it, which makes this our best hope.
I'm honored, Tribune. I'll bring it back in one piece.
Yes, you will.
Commander, I hesitate to mention, but according to the Order, there are 3 other entrances to the bazaar in addition to this main gate. Joko's marshals have dispatched soldiers to each location, but they themselves have chosen to remain here.
If Balthazar shows up at any of those other gates, the Awakened won't stand a chance without leadership.
3 out of 4 chance that Balthazar could just waltz into town. Seems awful risky.
I agree. You 3 should coordinate the armies at each gate. I'll stay here, since the marshals have already accepted my leadership.
Works for me.
Good luck to you, Commander.
Good luck to us all.
Alright, so we get to borrow Sahothan. Look at that. So we have the melee attack chain, which is just, smack them. We have Sahothan's speed, so we slide forward, impact the area with Sahothan, leave him behind a trail of flame. Every time you hit it, we reduce the cooldown of our 4 and 5 by 2 seconds. And it does 10% healing as well. Some good stuff. Skill 3. leap and hit foe. And again, reduces the cooldown of the other skills by a couple seconds. These things have big cooldowns. Slice the air before you, sending vortexes of flame forward, dealing damage both at close and long range. 600 range, but 2-minute base cooldown. And this one, Cataclysm. Raise the area around you with Suhasen's Fury, but with 5-minute cooldown. So, you know, I'm just gonna keep hitting these skills so we can have them right at the start. But we're probably gonna need to kill most things with our 1, 2, and 3.
Archon, the Awakened are assembled and await your orders.
True Marshal, focus your troops on the forged infantry. Marshal Iranko's mounted corps will disrupt their snipers. Marshal Ikolo.
Marshal, where is your unit?
There, on the front line. Our ranks have shrunk as my worms have been sacrificed for the greater good. But a single, properly trained Janimbi can wreak more havoc than 100 of Ogun's worthless worm.
It's a one dude. It's literally one worm.
Then you target the elite forge and keep them off our backs as best you can.
Archon, forge scouts on the ridge.
Awaken! Take your positions! In Joko's name, let's give Balthazar a proper desert welcome. Marshals, you have your orders. Go!
Attack!
We go! It begins!
I am the elements incarnate.
Stay close to me.
Oh man.
A new pattern revealed.
Deal with as many of these guys as we can. Need to swap. Unleash devastation upon the area around me. Oh, Sahatha is much fun. Look at this. Break that.
Look! Balthazar's monster!
It's up there. They're just running right past us. Why is it going that way? I had that guy targeted. What? Excuse you? That's not okay.
Faster! Strength is mine.
Can't currently hurt the big thing. Literally just walking past us. Does not care. You can see the blue energy from Marine. Need to get Marine back.
Such might. The war beast is through the gate. And so is the Scion. Hold on, Marie. We're coming.
Our commands! No one follows!
Out of my way.
You can't stand in our way. Do you realize who we are? No, they really don't. Actually, I'm thinking about this. Yeah. They think we're the Archon. No one's significant. That's fine.
That's my boiling point. Might.
Come on. Need to give myself booms. I don't need to use 4 here.
Hold the line
Nice.
here. I'm after Balthazar. For Joko! Right.
For Joko. So this part,
Said.
we use the skimmer.
Commander!
Not now, Timey.
Dragon Lab. Still doing
No.
research on the... in Kesho.
Kesho?
I can't understand what you're saying.
Sadizi said... balance... Elder Dragons.
Timey! Timey!
Really? You want to do this with me right now?
Nice. Ha! Extra.
More important things are in my way. Actually, you know what? I can ignore you.
Balthazar commands! No one follows!
I heard that before.
I have a feeling all of them are going to say that. Alright. Just get rid of this one. It should anyways. If it doesn't, we can fix it. There we go. So many of these shield pylons. Goodness me.
Give me energy. Refreshing. Faster! Ah, feels nice. Extreme temperature time.
You guys can't beat me.
Give me energy.
Maureen is in danger. Nothing matters more than saving Maureen. You have made a grave error.
Strength is mine. My powers combine. Shatter. A new pattern revealed.
Keep going. You get swiftness.
I'll never make it across on foot.
Raptors. I like how there's conveniently raptors to, you know, hint at what mount you might want to use.
The exalted... the gods...
What just happened? Why did it get quiet? Timey, are you still there?
That's concerning. Gotta keep going. Don't want to get hit by lightning.
Balthazar commands!
No one follows, I know. I recommend you run.
Need to destroy that one.
I am the elements incarnate.
Beautiful.
A new pattern revealed.
Just gotta keep hitting buttons.
Losing blood.
There's skill 5 up. I don't want to use it just yet. We'll use it on the next one. And one of my dailies done. Look at that.
Oh no.
Oh, Kralkator. Where's the assembler here? isn't one. Yeah, everything is further along.
Faster!
We'll use it. We'll use 5 on this one.
Only one way up those walls. Jump.
I need to give myself stability before I use it so I don't get knocked down.
Oh, my leg! My flames burn hotter. Refreshing. Strength is mine.
Really just need to keep hitting 2 and 3.
Give me energy.
Come on.
Ah, feels nice.
Kill all these things so I can mount up again.
That's my boiling point. Strength is mine. Natural wrath.
Why are you invulnerable? Let me mount up. Come on. Nothing's over here.
Pillow.
Oh, that's not even one of the ones that had a boss. Okay. It's not even the direction I'm trying to go in. Why am I bouncing into the wall?
Blaze the earth. You can't escape.
There we go. Perfect.
A new pattern revealed.
I have to kill these guys so I can get to the next one.
Strength is mine. Such might. Ah, feels nice.
We'll be there soon. Just have to get these guys killed first.
Extreme temperature time.
What's my crit chance right now? 60 something? Hmm.
Ah, feels nice. You can't escape.
You said anything about trying to escape. You will die and I will kill you. That is how it is.
Impossible! I rendered you!
I'm here to free Aurene from that thing.
You took advantage of Brent's absence to escape the domain of the lost. But your resurrection is over.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
No more running, Balthazar. Face me. Refreshing. A new pattern revealed.
Now, fire! Fire at will! Destroy the dragon!
What does it take to finish this thing? Faster!
Let's use that. Nice. Kill the next one.
While my war beast charges for another volley, you have my full attention.
Uh-huh.
Defend yourself, insect!
What's that? Forged crying for Balthazar to help them?
Your machine's breaking down, Balthazar. Guess I'm not the only one who can wound the Elder Dragon.
Oh, 1%. I left too early. I thought I would be able to finish it off. Come on.
I've got to protect Krakatoa. And I can't believe I just said that.
Yep, can't believe it. Okay, why did that charge past? Jeez. Oh, I guess it doesn't say to your target. I thought it would.
The wind of truth cannot be quelled. A new pattern revealed.
Oh. Don't you dare. You stand on this side.
Stay with me, Aurene. It won't be long now.
Now there are 6 of these things, I assume? Oh, no. We just did it. Oh, no. That was only part of it. Never mind. Take it back.
The crystal dragon dares to fight back? Ah, my war beast is supreme!
If it's so supreme, why am I beating it?
Looks like Krakatoa isn't going to sit this one out.
How am I supposed to do it? Ah. Okay. Easy. Finish it off.
Going down.
Your machine's down. You failed.
Your joy confounds me. Do you think this is over? The Scion is still mine. The dragon is near death. You will not keep me from my destiny.
To kill a god. Oh, man. I love this.
The Dragon's Watch Guild now stands alone against the god of war.
Uh-huh.
Armed with nothing but a sword.
Feels nice.
than the foolish belief that you just accomplished
Strength is
something.
mine. I've stopped you from destroying Tyria. That's something.
This has gone on long.
I hit him too fast.
Kralkatorix's magic will be mine.
Oreen, glad to see you in one piece. Let's keep it that way. Stay close, and let's coordinate our attacks.
We go.
Blood of the earth.
Grab these little orbs from Maureen.
Feels nice.
I could give barrier. I will end you.
Die and be done with it.
Because I can't let you kill the people I love.
Impudent newt. You're of no use to me, dead. But half dead will still work.
I'll die before I let you hurt her again. Feels nice.
No. None of this. Still in range. I say it, then I leave it.
Strength is mine. Feels nice.
Balthazar.
I can't let you do this.
You can't stop me.
A new pattern revealed.
Looks like I'm pretty close to stopping you. I don't know.
Son of a dragon. You're becoming a nuisance.
Conflagration. The god of war prefers to fight infants.
The god of war prefers to win.
What, you can't win against other than infants? I don't know. Doesn't seem very godlike, if you ask me.
Strength is mine.
The Dragon Slayer now claim to be their champion.
I can fix what I've done, but only if Kralkatorix lives.
No. What you started, I will finish.
Can't finish what you started if you're not. What I've started if you're not alive. You know.
Faster!
You cannot win. The gods
Uh-huh.
have abandoned this world.
Right.
Abandoned you.
Yeah. And yet,
No, they abandoned you.
oh, that's a better line. Should just let them do the talking. Jeez.
I'm fire. I'm war. What are you?
Still standing.
Heh.
Such might.
I am a god.
Uh huh.
Hush. Nice. Melandru! Betraying one of your own! Grunt!
I actually want to hear what he says.
Cormir! May the fires take you!
No. Goodbye, Balthasar. There you go.
Maureen, look out!
Oh, jeez.
Why can't I move? Ah, such might! Maureen, no! Maureen!
Maureen, where are you going? Oh, Kralkatork. Oh. You're just eating all this magic, aren't you? You're having a great time. Look at that. To be fair, it's a lot of magic. Bye. I'll see you later. How big? They only managed to, like, render the head and neck.
Commander, are you okay?
Where's Balthazar?
Dead. Balthazar was determined to kill an Elder Dragon, and we stopped him. The world is safe, for now.
Is Aureen okay?
She saved my life, but then she ran off. Probably not safe to stay here. We should meet up back in Amnoon to discuss what to do next.
See you back in Amnoon.
My inventory is full. Oh no. Oh jeez. Should get bigger inventory slots. I have so much stuff just from doing things in the story. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Delete a little bit of this. I already have all of these, so I can just pick whichever one.
Nice price.
Gren's Coffer. Chest of the Warbeast Conqueror. Balthazar's Sealed Cask. So I'll push all of those. These ones are the rarest. Again, technically you're supposed to, like, open those to get the most value if you're gonna salvage, but, like, that's fine. It's okay. Alright, to Amnoon. We've now killed a god. Look at us go. Over here. Time to have a party.
I guess it's what they have in abundance to give us.
We're fortunate to be fed at all.
Small victory. Epilogue. Small? What do you mean small victory? We killed a god. Is that not a small victory?
The Sunspear in public. Well, their alliance with Amnoon must be going well.
Oh, hey, Timey.
Timey, what are you doing in Amnoon?
I decided to take a break from the lab and get back out in the field. I'm here to give you guys a hand and hopefully poke some stuff. Of course, I'm sure old Flunt and his flunky squad are probably combing through my dragon lab as we speak. Anyway, Jory and I hitched a ride with Captain Keel and some trade envoys in her slow, floaty airship. This place really needs an Asura gate.
Timey! Balthazar's dead.
I heard! Congratulations! So what do we call you now? Dragon Slayer or God Stomper or what?
Timey, focus. When Balthazar died, Kraukatorix absorbed most of his freed energy. Kraukatorix even stronger and more dangerous than ever.
True.
Oh boy, that could seriously accelerate the Elder Dragon imbalance. I should run some worst-case hypotheticals right away. You're lucky I'm here. And good thing I've got everything I need right here in Mobile Lab Scruffy 2.0.
Excuse me, Commander. Chief Counselor Amon requests your presence inside for a small celebration to honor your victory.
Sounds like someone's gotta go take a bow.
Thank you.
She's waiting for you now in the town square, sir. Everyone is.
No rest for the heroic.
Timey, I'll go say a quick hello to the counselor, then we can meet on the docks. I'll catch you up on everything there.
You got it, God Stomper.
Look at us go. We're so good.
I trust that...
Hi, Commander. We heard the great news about Balthazar. I hope you don't mind my arranging this little celebration of your victory.
It's an impressive gathering, Counselor, but my crew and I really must rest.
Of course, I'm certain killing gods must be exhausting work, but I can't in good conscience let Amnoon's heroes leave until you've all been fed, fawned over, and properly feted.
Perhaps just for a moment.
Grand Vizier, this is the Commander, the hero who led the awakened troops to their stunning victory over Balthazar.
What? No! Archon Ibaru led the Awakened. I spoke with him personally.
I don't know this Archon, Grand Vizier, but I assure you that I'm the one to whom you entrusted your benevolent leader's armies. When the truth about this victory is told to King Joko, I promise your name will come up as well.
Oh no. Oh no. Excuse me, I must go. Now.
Bye.
That's odd, and a bit worrisome. Urumishi may be a servile little weasel, but he moves in the highest echelons of Joko's government. But no, I won't let dark thoughts of that Lich King ruin this celebration. Today is about you, your companions, and your glorious victory.
Actually, Counselor, I need to tell you the truth about what happened to Kodash.
No. Save your honesty for another day. It's been too long since this city, since these people have had anything to celebrate, or heroes to embrace. They need this. They need you. In fact, citizens of Amnoon, raise your glasses in toast to our heroes who delivered us from Balthazar and restored peace to our city.
Cheers!
Speech!
Yes, Commander. Those who owe you
Lock.
their lives want to hear all about your momentous victory. Or, if you'd rather take a few moments to relax, mingle, and enjoy the moment first, you can take the stage whenever you're ready.
My dear Captain Keel, on behalf of Amnoon, allow me to thank you for the generous...
You think
aid
before
your
you guys
trade
pack up and head
delegation
home,
provided.
you could maybe do something
However,
about those pesky
as
sand
someone with
sharks?
many
They're the worst.
trade interests, I can't help wondering if there's not some hidden price tag.
Mommy, is
I'm
that
not
the
sure
hero?
what you mean. Surely one can offer humanitarian aid without being suspected of ulterior motives. Mind you, I think we both recognize the full, occasionally unspoken slate of opportunities here for both Amnoon and Lion's Arch.
We do. But suppose I were to tell you that certain parties identified your captain's council as a potentially troublesome trade partner.
How strange. That's what the consortium said about you. That is, if we're talking about the same certain parties.
I see. Well, I suppose trust must begin somewhere.
I'm sure we can come to a mutually beneficial agreement.
Perhaps we can discuss this further here in my office, over a fine Elonian wine, Captain Keel.
Or, better yet, back in my office, over a bottle from the Eldvin Monastery Vineyards.
Oh, my. Are you married, Captain?
Please, call me Ellen.
Are you two gonna start? Hey, Commander! Congratulations on the success of your mission. I always knew you'd prevail. What are you doing here? Little Mailbird told me of your victory, so I thought I'd fly down and congratulate you myself. Amnoon is even more beautiful than I'd heard. I just might take some time off to enjoy the sights. Everything's back in Lion's Arch. Thanks to your efforts, I imagine that we'll be seeing fewer refugees arriving in our ports. Most of them will want to return here, but Lion's Arch is magnetic. Some will make it their new home. Lion's Arch is a melting pot. We welcome all. It's what makes us strong. I've seen you've met Zellenbar. Indeed she has. Ellen and I have much to discuss. Trade opportunities, partnerships, dinner reservations. On that note, if you'll excuse us, good luck you two. Agent Keto! I'm glad this is a victory party and not a funeral procession, though the food might be better at the latter. Had I lost against Balthazar, there'd be a lot more burials. Very true. I'm sure you already know that we're grateful for your efforts. The Order of Shadows doesn't regret its role in your success. Thanks for all your help in this. Don't mention it. In fact, don't mention it to anyone. We've never met. Understood? I get it. Spy stuff, right? I can't tell if you're being serious or just obtuse. Either way, I'm glad we had this chat. I'll see you around. You never told me much about your order. That's on a need-to-know basis, and right now, you don't need to know anything more than what I've already told you. But there may come a time when we'll collaborate again. Until then, be well. Farewell.
We owe you our lives.
Of course.
I doubt you remember me, but I was in the pyramid the day you arrived.
Oh.
When the Forged attacked. I never got to thank you, so thank you.
Of course. Guys,
I hope my daughter grows up to be just like you.
Commander, good. We've got to get back out there and find Aurene.
And figure out what to do about Krakatoric. We just have to make a graceful exit from the celebration.
By the way, you're not considering telling these people everything that's happened, are you?
I don't know yet.
Please. I've spent a lot of time around these people. I'm not sure that they could handle the truth about the gods or the Elder Dragons. Not after all they've been through. Can't we just give them one day?
I suppose it is true the most immediate threat is gone.
Then let them keep singing and dancing and laughing. For today. Whatever tomorrow brings, we'll face it then.
Seems like saving the world used to be so much simpler.
Wait, did I not talk to Master Chef? What's up? Sous Chef, while you were out saving the desert, I had to make all the food for the party by myself. But I suppose I should still thank you. Now go away. I'm too tired for chit-chat. Try to enjoy the party. Or not. So that guy's actually one of the people doing a mastery point. You can join him and help him make a bunch of stuff. It's actually kind of fun.
For the last time, I am not a grouchy cactus man, nor am I a giant talking choya. You urchins have the manners of a fifth-born.
This celebration, it's all wrong.
Tell me about it. They closed the casino for this little soiree, so I can't collect for my wager on you until tomorrow. Which means I'm stuck in this haven for giddy, singing, dancing humans for at least one more day. We Sylvari are not, by and large, a giddy folk.
I disagree.
We'll be out of here soon enough.
Really? Unless I misheard, don't you have a speaking engagement first?
Believe me, I considered just sneaking out, but I'm convinced Counselor Iman will just hunt me down.
Might I suggest, when you do speak, that you avoid giving them the whole frightful truth while they're in such a party mood. On the other hand, I would also be wary of painting too rosy a picture. No reason to encourage their delusions of safety. We want them to stop this frivolous behavior and return to their senses when the morning comes. Just keep it vague. Nothing to get people too worked up either way.
You just don't want them to close the casino again tomorrow.
In my defense, it was a substantial wager.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll tell them. I just want to get it over with so we can turn our attention back to Aurene and Krakatoric.
Then remember, vague.
Hold on, I have to talk to a couple of people. I'll be right back, everybody. Hold on. I just need to talk to a couple of people here. There's so many people to talk to.
Jackal's magical origin and unique ability to teleport are what makes them the superior mount.
Well, my raptors may not glow in the dark, but they can run circles around those sluggish sand dogs of yours.
Speed may be important in a bustling city, but once you venture into the real world of quicksand and toxic bogs, the skimmer is king.
But you gotta admit, there's no mount cuter or fluffier than my springers.
That's true. Can't argue with you there.
Which makes your springers ideal for anyone harvesting pelts.
Oh my goodness.
What? So, change your topic then?
Here, we'll talk to them in the order we got them. Tassa? Outlander, you're back. Thanks for the raptor. You bet, it's the least we could do. I know you'll take care of her. How's the village? We're recovering, rebuilding. Balthazar may have taken those we lost, but at least we can look to the future. I only wish I could have seen you smite him. I'd love to spit on his bones. There's nothing left to spit on. Then I'll curse his name. Join the party? After all we've been through? Not really. I mean, the food's decent, and it's nice seeing everyone let down their hair, but I'm just not in the partying mood. Sorry, Outlander. No apologies necessary. Asha? You don't think he'd actually harvest my springers for their fur, do you? Magnificent springer you've got there. Isn't he? Those strong legs, his soft fur. My favorite is how he wiggles his nose at me. How are things at the ranch? There's always work to be done, but Unjed does a pretty good job for a girl her age. She'll make a fine trainer when she's older. What made you want to be a springer trainer? All it took was a single ride on one with my mother. After that, I was hooked. Take care. Allow me to offer my most serious congratulations to you. We owe you much. Nice skimmer you got there. I raised nothing but the finest mounts in the land, as I'm sure you've already noticed. This young lady here is my pride and joy. How are the things at the ranch? Running smoothly for the most part. Ardra manages the day-to-day along with some help from our ranch hands. You should visit her sometime if you haven't already. I hope you're enjoying the party. Indeed I am. Nothing like a little wine and song to celebrate your victory. On that note. Tell me, traveler, have you finally accepted the superiority of the jackal? Convince me. Jackals can travel through rifts. Springers can't. Where can I find the... That's it? I already have a jackal, though. Alright.
Faster!
Faster.
I've never seen an actual hero up close before.
Captain Rahim. You again. When I last heard about your ordeals, I was half convinced that I'd seen the last of you. Glad to know I was wrong. Your advice helped. Sure thing. I may not have all the answers, but I know where to look, who to talk to. Christ turned out to be useful. He's not so bad. I occasionally have to question his loyalty, but he comes through when I need him. Have things finally calmed down? At the gates? A little. Balthazar's defeat has brought relief, but although avenues with the Sun Spirit system inspired some, others are apprehensive, and there is much to rebuild. Goodbye. Second spare night room.
I've always liked Balthazar least. Maybe it was the beard. Anyway, I'm glad he's dead. Good choice.
Hi, stranger. It's been too long. Cormier knows we've been through the underworld and back. You, literally, and me, figuratively. Happy to see you're still standing. You're not the only one. How I've kept my hide intact despite all the efforts to the contrary is a feat Cormier herself should be proud of. Speaking of Cormier, be quiet. Casimir told me, but we don't want everyone to know yet. I'm still wrestling with the fact that she's gone. That they're all gone. That the gods would leave us. It's for a good reason. I'm not one to question the gods, but I can't help but feel like they've abandoned us. They have. Then again, I've been fighting solo for the most of my life, so I suppose I've done without them just fine. What will you do now? Same thing I've been doing for years, defending those who can't defend themselves. Something we have in common, right? Good point. Okay, bye. Enjoy the party. Priestess Karima, you are the light that pierces. What may I do for you, Outlander? How are things at the refugee camp? Though the fighting will eventually subside, its effects will remain long after. War is a terrible beast. I suppose you've heard about Balthazar? A necessary casualty, if what I heard was true. He fell from grace. Cormyr herself could not save him. You're doing great work. I'm only doing what is right and necessary. It's what Cormyr would have wanted. Yes, Casimir told me that our goddess is left. Please don't ask me how I feel about it. Peace to you. Enjoy it, Chief. Puka, puka. What? Click, click, click. Puka, puka. Boop, boop. What? Click, click. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Puka, puka. Eh. Click, click. Puka, puka. I'm out of here. Bye. Right lock.
As soon as I'm finished with this speech, thank you for encouraging them. We've got to gather everyone up and find Aurene.
Yeah, it's embarrassing to think the Dragon's Watch has been reduced to dragon babysitting.
You saw what happened when Balthazar died. Now we've got to go deal with an enraged, unpredictable Elder Dragon.
All due respect, Commander. That's all I've wanted to do from the start.
Well, you're about to get your wish. I just have to figure out what I should tell these people first. Any advice?
What did Canuck say?
He advised caution. Why?
I just wanted to know which one of us you came to first.
This guy.
Seriously?
Well, I think you have to tell them the truth.
That the gods have abandoned them, that killing Balthazar backfired, and now there's a riled-up crystal dragon somewhere on the horizon?
Listen, if Kralkatorix shows his big scaly snout here, it'd be nice if these people were ready for it.
But then, maybe what these people really need is a brief moment of hope and happiness, before they go back to living every day in fear.
You've already talked to Casimir, haven't you?
Sorry, Tribune. I'm not saying.
Commander, the crowd is getting restless. It's time to take the stage.
Come on. Everyone's waiting to hear from the hero of Kodash. Have you prepared your speech yet? No pressure. I'm a tad nervous. Don't be. At this point, you've seen it all. Done it all. How many here can claim they've bested a god? Brought peace to the region? Have a little confidence in yourself. Why did you ask for my help earlier? Sometimes an outside opinion can bring sanity to an otherwise maddening debate. We take care of our own problems here, but sometimes it's nice to get a fresh perspective. Are you happy with the outcome? We're all eager to hear from the hero. Is your speech ready? Between you and me, I wouldn't mention Omnun's alliance with Cormyr's priesthood. There are differing opinions. Thanks for the party. You deserve it for all you've done here. Now quit yammering and speak to these people. They're waiting. Okay. Well, thank you for the resub. Very much appreciate it. 13 months, my goodness. Look at that. We've got some dancing dinos in the chat. Hell yeah. Alright. Speech.
People of Amnun, please open your hearts and prick up your ears for the warrior who stood toe-to-toe with a wrathful god. And how?
Well. Upbeat, vague, or somber? Oh man. I'm gonna roll a D3. Yeah, we're just gonna follow that for the whole thing. Or we could do a new one for each one. Let's see how it goes. What could go wrong? D3. Hold on. Waiting for it. Alright, 3. Somber.
I know you're all here to celebrate the death of the fallen god who's terrorized Alona for so long. It's true. Balthazar is gone. But so are many of your brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters who bravely stood up to him. We should take a moment to honor them and acknowledge their sacrifice. Balthazar's death doesn't mean the end of adversity. Ever since the gods arrived here, there have always been challenges, struggles, suffering. But look around. You're still here.
What do we do now?
Relax. Upbeat.
Unfortunately, Balthazar's death had already set loose another beast of carnage. The Elder Dragon Kralkatorrik. The creature who once branded swaths of Ascalon with crystalline death, took to the skies over your beloved desert. So, after having slain the disgraced god, we now set ourselves a new task. We swear to let no god nor beast harm this desert or its people. For now, the wounded beast is gone, driven off by our efforts. For now, the long nights of chaos have given way to a new day of peace. The Elder Dragons will no doubt someday return. But when they do, we will be ready. I promise.
He's worried.
Now you're talking.
I rolled a 2. Here we go.
So, for today, celebrate. Enjoy the peace Balthazar took from you. The peace you fought to regain. And tomorrow, start rebuilding your lives and get ready to face the future. With whatever challenges and dangers it might bring, may you always prevail. Thank you.
Are they serious?
Balthazar is dead.
Thank you for that
So are we safe now or not?
thought-provoking address, Commander. You've given me a lot to think about, and try to make sense of.
What do you mean?
Okay, now that you've got them thoroughly confused, it might be a good time to sneak away and join the rest of us on the docks.
I didn't do anything fully upbeat. I didn't do anything fully fake, and I didn't do anything fully somber.
You call that a speech? What a bunch of mumbity jumbo.
Rude. I rolled a D3 3 times.
So, boss, what's next? I filled Timey in on everything that happened with Balthazar, Kralkatorrik, and Aurene.
First of all, about my killing Balthazar.
You did what you had to do to save Aurene and yourself.
And if it weren't for you, Commander, none of those people at that party would be alive right now.
That's rather faint praise.
Well, first thing we have to do is find Aurene.
First thing is to hunt down Kralkatorrik.
Neither of those will help until we find out how to replace Elder Dragons.
And, as usual, we'll probably end up having to protect all those innocent idiots who don't know how to stay out of harm's way.
Pretty beautiful.
We're all thinking it, so I'll just come out and say it. Should we try one more time to get all of Dragon's Watch together?
After all this time, do you even know where everyone is?
Well, one of them is right here.
Marjorie!
Kaz, thank the gods you're okay. Canuck told me what happened with Balthazar.
I was so afraid I'd never get to see you again. To tell you that I am so sorry about the way we left things.
I know. Me too.
I hate to interrupt, but did anybody feel that?
Feel what?
Oh dear.
Tell me this is just normal desert stuff.
Kralkatorrik.
And so, it begins.
Crystal Dragon. Filled with magic from Zaitan, Morjamoth, and Balthazar? Oh boy. Is that Orim? What? Guess Orim got some of that magic too, huh? And that's it. We finished Path of Fire.
Gives us all a fighting chance.
At least the priesthood can look after the refugees.
Hey, Commander, it's Timey, here with Ritlock. Say hi, Ritlock. Ritlock has rounded up our provisions, and I'm almost done desert-proofing Scruffy. So, whenever you're ready to start looking for Oreen, we're at a Doyak Ranch just outside Amnoon.
Follow the smell.
Alright. It's time to head on over there. So we have... Let's see. We have the start of Living World Season 4 here. I was just thinking, we have 4 mounts. 4 of the 5 that came out with the launch of Path of Fire. You know, in our challenge of not using things before you would have them. I'm still trying to decide how to do the Griffon one. Because technically, we'd have access to do the collections now. But if we carry on with the story, we're not doing other things to unlock the Griffon.
Somehow, thanks to you.
I don't know.
I'm here, Timey.
Great, we're in the corral out back. Sorry about the location, but since you stole Joko's awakened army, Agent Keto thought we should keep a low profile.
Yeah, screw it. We'll say we have the Griffon now. This is about when you'd be able to start doing the collections and spend 250 gold and your time to get the Griffon. Actually, what we'll do is we'll find one on a Griffon roost before we actually just get it. Not quite the same, but...
There you are. Just a few more adjustments to Scruffy and we're ready to hit the road.
We should check in with Jory and Kaz. See if they've caught up to Krakatorik.
They already checked in. Kralk is perched in some mountains. They said it's acting strange. That's odd. Something's interfering with the comm signal. I'll try out front.
Where's Canuck? I thought he was with you.
Amnoon, collecting his winnings. He's going double or nothing on you and Krakatorik.
Sounds about right.
Speaking of which, we got a plan for when we do catch up to the Purple Menace.
I'm hoping Timey's research turns up something.
And if it doesn't...
Commander! Ritlock! Come quick!
No.
Found what's causing the static.
A brandstorm? Again? I don't see any sign of Krakatorik.
If Kralk had flown over, we'd be walking jewelry right now.
Looks like Krakatorik's learned a few new tricks.
This is why I brought Scruffy. I'll have him run a scan.
Sounds good. Ridlock and I are going to get a closer look.
Alright, we go.
I was afraid of something like this.
We only handed an elder dragon the energy of a god. What could go wrong?
Save yourselves! Run for your lives!
Those people are trapped inside that crystal. We gotta get them out. Burn me.
Man.
We've got to save these people.
Get these monsters away from
just see a dragon fighting a dragon.
Was that Oreen?
Was it?
We've done all we can here. Let's move out.
I'm doing evacuation. Have I not done? Hold on. I have. Okay.
Heads up.
We can keep going.
Clear these elementals. We need to get these people out of here.
Should have said that before I walked farther.
I need energy. Ha! Extra damage.
We've got to free these people. Fresh. Come on.
Okay. Here we go.
Hope she still remembers who her friends are.
I really wouldn't forget who we are. There's no way.
Gather your clergy and get to the south gate. Feel the chill.
We're done here. Keep moving. Go, go.
Gotta keep going.
Alright, this is starting to feel personal.
Refreshing. A new pattern revealed.
Good stuff. Just gotta keep hitting my buttons.
Get to the south gate. Direct any remaining clergy into the city. Clergy of Cormyr, Amnoon needs you. Get any surviving civilians to safety.
Do as the commander says.
Marine, open the gates.
But there's dragons!
No time to explain. Do it.
Let me in. Oh.
Took you long enough. I'm not getting any greener, you know. But enough chit-chat. Those branded lieutenants are raising undead. I hope you wore your risen kicking boots.
Hey, Raheem. Commander, good to see you. We need help driving these monsters back. How bad's the situation? Last I saw, the Sunstreamer was holding off a score of branded on his own, but there's only one of him. We can't cover the whole city. And Iman and the others, are they? Iman's Elenbar and your friends from Kryna evacuated a number of civilians for an airship. At the moment, the Hamasine and my cavaliers are working together. And the situation on the ground? Oh yeah. We're here to help.
They're clearly winning here, so why aren't they losing?
Those huge crystals on the
Right
walls. I think they're healing the
What's up
branded.
there?
Then target the crystals.
Can we hit this one?
Kill them.
Forget where all these crystals are.
Working. Probably ought to take out those lieutenants while we're at it.
Faster.
Head over this way.
Natural wrath.
Whitlock, is that Oreen fighting a wyvern?
Yeah, she's put on some muscle.
We go. That was rude. Look at all these boons. Yeah. Hold on, I have a map for this. As it turns out, you know.
There's another one. Let's go.
We go, speed.
Rot. That's Deputy Cais. Seems he's
Cais,
no
oh.
longer undercover. I hate having to kill people I know. But I guess it's him. Kill him! Enough of this.
Correct, enough of this.
Life was hard on him, made him mean. Being branded has made him meaner. Such a waste. Rahim will want to know what became of his deputy. Reinforcements! Over there!
Where's the... oh, here it is. Beat him up. Need to make sure I hit all of the buttons. No. Should have been on my Springer. Oh well.
And on cue, Wyvern, incoming! Enough of this.
Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, up there. Oh, oh, hi there. Shouldn't have got hit by that. The attacks are fairly easy to dodge. Stand to the side. Jump when it does the slam like that.
Shearing flesh from bone.
Definitely heard it.
Oh, you're invulnerable now. Oh.
Enough endurance. I'm hurting here.
Ow. Jeez.
Help me.
I heard it, but it hurt me. Oh my goodness.
feet.
Quickly, take out those crystals.
Oh, jeez.
I'm lacking the will.
It's at full health? That's rude. Oh, sweet. Step to the side.
Refreshing. That's my boiling point.
Why couldn't Krauter Torek have branded a Choya for his lieutenant?
That'd be horrifying. I imagine there's gonna be one around here. It's gonna do the crystal thing again.
Snatch the crystals! Hurry!
Ah, feels nice.
Get it.
Strength is mine. I need energy.
Get it from there. Nice.
Let's hope it stays that way.
It will.
Finish this, Commander.
Some good stuff.
Joko, Balthazar, now Kraukatork. Remind me never to build a summer home here.
Kablam!
Yeah.
I mean, first field test of Scruffy's new tactical upgrades, successful. And look, I brought Agent Keto.
Commander, if Kraukatork's minions can brand people even when it's not nearby, we have a very big problem.
True.
We'll need local allies to stop it. We can't just steal Joko's army again.
Recruiting forces would be easy back in Tyria. But Alona?
Maureen.
Maureen, we've been looking everywhere for you. What were you thinking? You could have been killed.
Oh. Awakened. Oh man.
Mulch.
Did everybody see that?
I'm not the only one that saw that, right?
Aureen, I don't understand. That was... What was that?
It wasn't good.
The screams.
I don't know about the rest of it, but the city looked a lot like Faranor.
There she goes again.
Teenagers. They grow up so fast.
She was literally a child before the fight. Not this fight, but the last fight. The one with Balthazar.
Faranor. You know this place, Keto? Can you take us there?
I know every place. But no one gets into Faranor. Or wants to. It's... infested.
Humor us.
Well... the Sunspears supposedly know a way in. And if you need local allies, they're a good place to start.
Right. Sunspears. Where do we find them?
Hiding somewhere in the Astralarium in Istan, I expect. The head archivist may know something. There aren't many left, and Joko's trying to wipe the rest of them out. They don't want to be found.
Details. Istan it is. Good luck. You and Canuck stay here and clean up any branded stragglers. Timey?
There's enough new Kralky debris here to keep Scruffy and me busy for days.
We should travel separately for safety. I'll go ahead. Jonik at the docks can get you passage. See you in Istan.
Rahim. Commander, once again we find ourselves in Irdat. How bad do things look? Structurally, the city is surprisingly intact. As for casualties, we managed to evacuate as many as we could, but the attack was so sudden. Kralkatork definitely showed his newfound power. Can Amnoon recover? Priests will do what they can to help. The community's become used to dealing with adversity. I only wish we'd been able to repel the attack before the damage was done. You should know, your deputy Quace was among the branded. Ah, that's... I'll have to let his family know. I should let you do that then, before they hear it from a stranger. Okay. Out we go. To the next part. Over this way. Actually, before we leave this map, let's go to a Griffon roost and unlock a Griffon. Now, this is no way going to represent the amount of difficulty for getting a Griffon. In order to get a Griffon, you first have to, after doing the Balthazar fight that we just did, you have to, I guess, get a drop from something. It's not hard to do. I think it drops like most things. I think a lot of people I know got it by accident without even knowing what it was. And then you have to go talk to someone. You then have to... Oh, jeez, can I... After you talk to someone, you unlock several collections. You have to do each of those collections taking, like, 50 gold, and there's 5 of them. Or something like that, anyways. And then you have to, you know, go to Griffon Roosts and do a bunch of things like here. Open skies. Open skies. There's 8 collections, actually. Yeah. Collector Sunspear, relics. Yeah, so there's a bunch of the relics ones. There's 5 for getting relics. No. Oh, okay. There are 5. Then there's 1 extra one for all of the extra stuff. There's just, like, basically you get as many Sunspears as you can together, and there's, like, a little story, and it's really cool. But each of these ones take, like, a bunch of gold. But yeah, Griffon. And you can go dive, and as part of masteries, you can get more, but look, you can fly. are in the air now. And with masteries, you can go super boost and go even faster. The Griffon is the fastest mount in the game. As long as you can be in the air, it is the fastest. The next one is the roller beetle, which we will unlock eventually. And here we are. Dockmaster Jonik.
On your way, Outlander. Only ship's crew allowed on my docks.
I need passage to Wiston.
Everybody needs something. Hold on. I know that face. Palawa Joko's put a price on your head, friend.
That's so. Last I saw Joko, he wasn't in a position to make threats.
Either way, I don't take his coin. This rig's headed for Istan. I can stow you aboard if you'd like.
That'd be great.
Ain't exactly the royal stateroom, but it'll get you there. If you can keep your high-priced head out of sight.
Perfect. Thank you. And off we go to Easton. There we see someone fishing over there as well. And there's Aurene. Hell yeah. Domain of Easton.
New bounties posted. Corsairs are smelling gold again.
The Awakened are smelling blood. Great.
Alright.
You can't win. Submit now to King Joko. He controls.
That's the meta that's going on.
Pledge yourself to him, and he may still spare your friends. Feel that. Even the sand beneath our feet obeys him.
Need to find the Astralarium.
This must be the Astralarium.
Oh. Whoops. I went right here. I actually forgot where it was.
Now to find the head archivist.
That's kind of funny. Come on. Here. If I go in here. Too small. Librarian.
Thank you for your service to this library.
Oh, I haven't done anything
Farewell.
for you. No one saw any of that.
Welcome to the Astralarium, the supreme repository of knowledge in Istan. What is it you seek? Wait you're the Tyrian hero, the God Killer, the Dragon Slayer, Kanak's crony.
You know Kanak?
Shh! There's a bounty on your head. Are you trying to get
Everything
turned in?
all right over there?
Praise be to beneficent Joko, who patronizes our intellectual pursuits.
I need to find the Sunspear base.
Lower your voice. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't believe you. Why so nervous?
There are those here who, from fear or greed, rewrite our histories to glorify King Joko, whereas others risk their lives to preserve the truth.
I admire your courage. I want to help, but I need to get in touch with the Sunspears.
To protect our most sacred tomes, Archivist Salwa has locked them in the restricted archive. That's also where you'll find the secret entrance to the Sunspear's base. But you can't just waltz in. Salwa is militant. She won't admit anyone until she's convinced they oppose Joko.
That's good.
So I'll convince her. I'm no fan of Joko, and I don't think he's too thrilled with me either.
Words alone will never sway her. Joko's minions have been here for weeks revising the histories to lionize that fiend. If you can put a stop to it, I suspect Salwa will be more than happy to let you in.
Okay. So we have to do the heart now. Telescopic mirror.
For the spirit.
Some good stuff. I'm getting this done fairly quickly. Get up here.
Strength is mine.
There's more. I recovered one of those stones falling from the sky.
What do you think you're doing?
Feels nice.
Spreading that stuff about a new dragon threat around. People are scared enough as it is.
Faster.
Nice.
Shearing flesh from bone. Strength is mine.
Don't
No one
meddle in
mocks
what you
our
don't
king.
understand.
Feels nice.
I understand the situation here. I understand I have to kill you. The truth is being preserved.
Impressive. I think you've done more than enough to prove you're truly anti-Joko. You shouldn't have any problem getting Salwa to let you into the restricted archive. Tell her I've sent you to retrieve a book called Nightfall.
Yeah.
The book will reveal the entrance to the Sunspear base.
Oh, that's funny. The expansion in Guild Wars 1 that had Alona and the Sunspears and all of that sort of stuff was Nightfall. I don't think I've ever noticed that before, actually. That's so cool. This is why I like replaying the story. I remember things and find things that I hadn't before.
Archivist Rada sent me to fetch a book for her. The title is Nightfall. She said you'd know it.
Every page, by heart. Rada has an eye for history. And apprentices, too, it seems. Enter, and do not fail her.
Nightfall. Nightfall.
Okay. Yeah.
Farewell.
Nightfall. The book has been heavily edited and altered with handwritten notes scribbled throughout. There's a page bookmarked to it. The Apocrypha challenged the great Palawa Joko to single combat, transforming itself frantically from form to form in an attempt to best the unbeaten Lich King. The word Joko is highlighted. Continue reading. The king played with it for a time, deriving amusement from the melee. But soon his corpsefulness grew weary of the battle, and with a snap of his fingers he felled the ancient guardian. With the Apocrypha broken at his feet, the great Palawa Joko said, "It's just like you monoliths to crack under pressure." The undead king set off to Korna to face the deceitful Osa. Skip out to the next bookmarked page. Then Palawa Joko dared the demon to eat Cormier's eyes. Do it! Dragging a blind woman through the abyss and back might actually prove a challenge. With a scream and a slurp, the demon obeyed. Is this the best Korna has to challenge me? Enough of this. Tavabi. The word is highlighted. Continue reading. Your false god will kneel before me, Turai Osa. His Majesty Palawa Joko gloated over the War Marshal's corpse. I shall protect the people of Alona from the nightfall you have attempted to bring upon them. The word false is highlighted. Continue reading. The great king then opened a rift to the realm of torment with his bare hand, and the god of secrets whimpered. Palawa Joko was coming, and none who stand in his way live to tell the tale. The page is blank except for 3 glowing spaces. You call the 3 glowing words in the book. Joko is false. Bye!
That's dramatic.
First Spear Hakima.
Ahai, hero of Amnoon. I am First Spear Hakima of the Istani Sun Spears.
You know who I am?
Every Sun Spear knows who you are. And I believe we have some common interests. Joko's hold on Istan has weakened in his absence. Some of us here even dare to dream of a new era.
I left Joko rotting in a cage in the domain of the lost. Should definitely make for smoother sailing.
You would think. But the number of awakened grows. They're retaking towns we freed, including Champion's Dawn. And someone claiming to be Joko is offering rewards for the heads of his enemies. Especially yours.
So I hear. I'll tread carefully. To that end, I'm here to ask if you can get me into Faranor.
Oh. I'm afraid not. Only our leader knows the way. Spear Marshal Zaim guards that secret with his life. He rode south to retake Champion's Dawn from the Awakened. The priest there, Sazir, usually knows where he is.
Then that's where I'm headed.
Alright.
I'll mark this.
Is there something else you'd like to know? Something more about the Sun Spears.
The Sun Spears are an ancient order. Honorable protectors from brighter years in Alona's history. Most of my brothers and sisters were awakened and forced to serve Joko. You know them now as the Mordant Crescent. A few survived, in hiding. Recruiting to sustain the order across the generations in hopes they might one day rise against Joko. Zaim has become the Spear Marshal of these Sun Spears. We serve his vision of an Istan free from Joko's grasp.
Tell me more about Zaim.
Zaim was trained by a Sun Spear named Ketur, until word of Istan's plight reached his ears. When Balthazar attacked the mainland, things got worse in Istan. Much worse. Istan was Zaim's home, and despite his mentor's protests, he could not sit by while it burned. Zaim vowed to bring the Sun Spears out of the shadows, to once again make them a shield for the innocent and the scourge of the corrupt. I was the first he recruited, but many would follow. Eventually, we convinced him to take the title of Spear Marshal.
Tell me more about the rebellion.
Balthazar's campaign on the mainland caused ripples throughout the kingdom. Crops burned, trade lines disrupted, shipments to Istan that never got past Palawadon. Joko's loyalists are comprised mainly of the island's nobility, and only they are allowed to live within Palawadon, its port city. They control what comes in and what goes out. They decided food would not go out. When people objected, the Temple of Joko said those outside Palawadon's walls were disloyal and didn't deserve food. It started out as a way for the nobility to feel virtuous watching half the island starve. But it escalated. Quickly.
How did the fighting start?
Isner Isles had enough and declared their independence from the rest of Istan. By then, the temple congregation had armed themselves. The loyalists went down there, intending to make an example of the disloyal. Zaim was prepared, though. He taught us a great deal about guerrilla tactics. The Sun Spears crushed the loyalists, sent them running all the way to the northern shore. The awakened garrison was manned by a skeleton crew, no pun intended, thanks to your liberation of the mainland forces. Nonetheless, The Mordant Crescent sent 50 Awakened to find this famous Sunspear champion and end the rebellion. We don't know how he did it, but 2 facts are undisputed. Those Awakened lie dead, and Zaim lives. The people started calling him the hero of Istan. It galvanized the whole island behind him.
So what turned the tide against the Sunspears?
The Mordant Crescent and their loyalists imposed martial law, even within Palawadon itself. They started conscripting the living and awakening the dead. If you won't serve in life, you can always serve in death. Anyone suspected of aiding the Sunspears gets rounded up for re-education. With their supply lines broken, their families imprisoned, recruits getting harder and harder to find. Well, as you can imagine, things started falling apart. The Mordant Crescent would rather watch Istan burn than tolerate any commoner who shows some spine. And Zaim and his Sunspear recruits? Well, we have spines of iron.
Interesting. Good stuff. Alright. To the next spot. We gotta get going here. Champions Dawn. These maps are beautiful. Although, you know, some parts of them are less pleasant. Looking for Sazir. What's up? Is it the... Oh, that's funny. Let's start out our person.
I'm looking for Priest Azir. I heard he may have seen what happened.
Awakened overran us. Took our food. Damn near destroyed the place. What does it look like?
Not you, Father. Me. He forgets he's now an elder priest, retired. This isn't a good time. We've been through a lot.
I was told Spear Marshal Zaim had ridden here to help. Have you seen him?
The Spear Marshal, yes, he did come to our defense. I thought he might be able to turn back the
Then
Awakened.
Zaida the Sly and her corsairs ambushed him. Carted him off to sell to the highest bidder.
I can't exactly just walk onto her ship and ask her to give him back. I need some leverage.
Might be a way. Old Corsair family like the Slies. Only one thing means more than gold. Honor.
No, Father, I know this story. It would be suicide to even try.
Centuries ago, story goes, a Sunspear champion found a coin belonged to a Corsair. Name of Margaret the Sly. Sly family wanted it back. Swore they'd grant any favor to whoever returned it. No one ever has.
How can I get this coin?
You can't. Hundreds of Corsairs have entered the cave of the Sunspear champion, hoping to best him, win the coin, and get a favor from the Slies. All have died. Like I said, suicide.
I've died before. It's overrated. Where do I find this cave?
It's on the south shore. You need only follow the trail of dead, but I wish you'd reconsider.
Boy, who do you think you're talking to? If anyone can win that coin, it's this one.
Might even help our town along the way. I can see it in your eyes, Commander. Cormier be with you.
Keep your voice down. If the Loyalists or their undead goons catch wind we're recruiting Sunspear as well, I'm sure you can understand that's kind of frowned upon in this parts. I'd like to know about this legend you spoke of. I'll tell you what I know. Of course, my memory is not what it used to be. Can you tell me about this awakened Sunspear?
Not much to tell, really. He's been there since before my father's father was born. Kind of tradition for the kids of the village to sneak out there to the cave and watch him knock down challengers. He's not like the other awakened I've met. He was always kind to us kids. Put on a real show.
You said the Sunspear was different from the other awakened. What do you mean?
Mind you, this is gossip from 200 years ago. But I heard when he was awakened, he put up a real fight. Joko and his stooges had to say every order just so, or he'd find a way around it.
Yeah.
Most people just give up, accept it. Easy to give in, be a mindless slave. But a few keep a bit more personality. The Archon at the time, he didn't like this one's personality. So the Archon ordered him to guard that cave. Forever. Since that's the only order he was given, it's the only one he's bound to. Seems content to brawl the years away.
Tell me more about that coin.
What's to say? Of course, Sarah made a bet, lost an heirloom, and died before she could get it back. It's become kind of a family IOU. Passed to her kid and her kid's kid, until it landed in Saida's hands. The Sly crew is pretty, traditional. They take the old code of honor very seriously. If anything can save you from the business end of their sabers, it's that coin. Trust me.
Cool. You have anything else to say? Nope. Alright, we go. Skimmer. Isner Bay.
Trail of dead indeed.
Morden Crescent notice. Under penalty of redeath, no one is to bring this egotistical, jaw-flapping, showboarding blowhard back to the Great Hall. Leave him here to rot in this cave, or you will answer to the Archon. Sounds like a charming fellow. Sounds for cash. Get some loot.
Better than mood loot.
Our patrol went through a lot of trouble to get him to stay here, to guard the cave. Don't ruin this for us. Do I dare continue? Seriously, why are you walking even further into this cave? Turn back now. I have to see this. Champion's Dawn. The cave of the Sun Spirit Champion.
Another deluded fool come to court death in the name of avarice. Costs will oblige you too.
I have no wish to fight you, but I need your coin. Not for myself. To save a Sunspear. The Spear Marshal.
Sunspear? What are you trying to pull? The Sunspears died out years ago.
No. They live. And they're fighting right now to save Istan. But they need their Spear Marshal.
And from what does he need saving, this Spear Marshal?
The current Sly Captain, Saida. She plans to sell him to Joko's minions. I need him to help me win a war.
Joko? I died valiantly. A worthy end, only to be raised from the dead by that infernal sop. Turned into this. Compelled to obey his every order, I banished myself here to evade them. Can't obey what you can't hear.
Ingenious. Then it should please you to give me the coin so I can defeat his armies.
I like you, but I don't know you. Koss was no patsy in life, and he will not be in death. Honor demands you will fight, and probably die, like all the rest. But best me, and the coin is yours. Koss!
Beat him up. So about Cormier.
I will break you.
Feel the chill. Must run. Faster.
Well, I'll be cursed. Again. The great and mighty Koss bested in combat. Who the hell are you?
Someone who's in a hurry?
Well, the coin is yours. I'll no longer be entertained by foolish corsairs seeking glory and favors. This life beyond the grave will become even duller than before. Hard to imagine.
We hope to bring down the Morden Crescent. And with Joko in the domain of the lost, things can change.
His whispers travel far, even on others' lips. I dare not leave, lest I become his weapon once more. But you do me this favor. You hurt him hard, so not one more soul can be condemned to this. Now go.
For the spirits.
And Koss is another character from Guild Wars 1.
Nice price.
Huge fan of Koss. What more do you have to say? You mentioned you died valiantly. What happened?
The Sun Spears of my time thought it best not to engage Joko directly. I knew he was too much of a threat to ignore. We were the ones who released him. It was up to us to end his menace. I took a few volunteers to do just that. We failed. I failed.
You mentioned you,
The Sun Spears of my time thought it
that's
best
it.
not
Okay,
to engage.
bye.
Commander, Ridlock, wanted to give you an update. The branded here in Amnoon seem to have moved on. Casimir says Kralkatorok is still sitting in the mountains.
Sounds like you've got things under control back there. I could use everyone's help here with the Sun Spears.
We can head that way, but I think Timey's having too much fun feeding rocks to her golem.
Scruffy is running them through his petrology spectrograph.
Rock tests, I got it. Check in when you get here.
Okay. Sweet. Very sweet. Onwards to the next part.
No! It's ruined! All my hard work. Years of observational notes.
We can Griffon. Oh, I love the Griffon.
So pitiful.
On your way, Outlander.
This one delivered himself
Only
right
ships
to
crew
us.
allowed on my docks.
Wait. You're the dockmaster who helped me back in Amnoon Harbor.
I'm with the Order. Keep up. Well, if you're dead set and ready to do this, I'll let the pirates know you're here. Harley!
Harley! Harley! Harley!
That'll get you safe passage onto Saida's ship. Getting back, you're on your own.
Faster!
Alright.
First the hero of Istan, and now the hero of Amnoon. Looks like Captain Saida's collecting the whole set.
What do you say we keep him and split the bounty right down the middle?
Stand down. This one here's under parley. You touch him, you'll feel the steel of the whole Sly crew.
Parlay.
So you're the commander. You built quite the reputation. God killer, dragon slayer. You're worth more than the last 50 souls I handed over to Joko combined.
I left Joko in the domain of the lost. Whoever's paying bounties, it isn't him.
The bounty money's good. Who cares?
You're not handing me over to anyone.
Have a coin.
Where? How did you get that? That coin belongs to my family.
Which means you owe the commander.
You always have invisible people following you around, Commander?
Probably more than I realize. So, I give you the coin. You give me Zaim. Simple.
Not simple. I gave him to the Mordant Crescent an hour ago in exchange for the bounty.
Timing is everything. Know where they're holding him?
The jail in their Great Hall.
Your cozy relationship with the Morden Crescent Warden will be our ticket in.
We're not friends. I have to have something to give her.
Give her me. Drag me to the Great Hall and tell the Morden Crescent you've come to claim my bounty. You'll get Margaret's coin, the bounty on my head, and credit for capturing me.
Ah, and once the Morden Crescent have you, they'll lock you up with Zaim.
I don't know. I mean, what if they kill you? How do I get my coin back then?
You're already getting my bounty. A gesture of good faith. Think of it as a down payment.
Or think of it as assurance that you won't double-cross us, if that helps. I'll leave you two to chat.
Find the brewmaster, Medi. Tell him we need a batch of his grog. We'll have to get the ingredients. Liquor from the alehounds, knuckle salve from Stonefist, and shrapnel from what's left of the powder keg crew. Word of caution. You'll probably be acquiring these things over someone's dead body. Possibly yours. As for the other ingredients, Medi can tell you where to find them outside the flotilla. Any questions?
Grog?
First rule of prison breaks. It's bad form to show up without a gift for your host.
Those are questions. Tell me more about this grog.
The ale Medi brews up is legendary. It can knock out even the biggest corsair. Surprisingly, it smells and tastes just like any old strong ale, but it packs a serious punch. Not even an undead stomach can keep it down for long.
Why does each crew hold a different ingredient for this grog?
It's for, let's call it insurance. There was one time we made the mistake of having a single corsair guard all of the ingredients while we went out carousing. Woke up the next morning to find our pockets empty and the corsair gone. Headed north to Vabi, apparently, with everything we had. After that, we made an old-fashioned accord to store each ingredient separately. That way, we all know who's brewing up a batch.
Smart. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and end that here, though, because we're definitely not finishing this next part within the time we have left. So I will, yeah, I'll end it here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for raids and more Baldur's Gate 3. And I'll see you next Monday for more of the Guild Wars story. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.